Hello everyone, welcome to Thunder Crash Comes. Today we're going to be playing Sonic Adventure DX for the PC.
My name is Jeff.
My name's Tyler.
And Tyler, you didn't play this when it first came out, did you?
No, I think I got the GameCube port after I got my GameCube, which was pretty late in the GameCube's life as well.
Yeah. I think Sonic Heroes was the first multi-platform Sonic game.
Yeah.
Re-released, and then they retroactively released the adventure games as well.
I think how it was they released Adventure 2 Battle, and then they released DX, and then a year later they released Heroes.
Yeah, which explains why a lot of people's first exposure to the Sonic franchise was Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I played this when it first came out, and honestly, I'd say overall, the GameCube DX version is pretty much the same, apart from a few model swaps.
Yeah, and the emblems do much more in this game, but yeah. I have noticed the models are a lot shinier, though, than in the original version.
Yeah, clearly trying to emulate the classic art style a little bit. And honestly, they look a little too shiny.
Oh, yeah. And you notice the weird mouth movements when they with that as well.
Oh, yeah, the lip syncing.
Oh, yeah.
But, I suppose the lip syncing was originally done for the Japanese voice acting.
Well, I'm pretty sure this game was developed in Japan, other than America.
Yeah, it was. This one was made in Japan, and the other one, Sonic Adventure 2, was made in Sega of America.
Yeah, it explains why the voice syncing is better.
So in that respect, it kind of reflects Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah. Like, this one's like Sonic 1, and the other one's like Sonic Adventure, Sonic 2. Where was Sonic 3 developed in?
I don't know. I want to say Sega of America as well, like Sonic 2.
Yeah.
But I would have to double check that.
I'm pretty sure CDs in
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just tell, it just seems more Japanesey for some reason.
Yeah.
It's probably the sort of techno soundtrack.
And just by how crazy the level design is.
Yeah. And the colour scheme as well.
Oh,
I honestly find Sonic CD a bit garish to look at, but back to Adventure. I love that line, "This is happening."
Oh, yeah.
So bad, it's hilarious.
Oh, there's so many lines like that in this game.
Yeah.
I like how Sonic always goes into his idle position there, though.
Yeah, sort of, looks like he's dancing or something.
And we get to see the villain of this game.
Ah, yes.
And this is where the Monster of the Week formula has formed.
Yeah, I would say that they have overdid it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember playing this game, and up until this point, Sonic had only fought robots. And I was like, wow, who's this guy?
I like these cops, though. They have pretty bad lines, too.
Yeah. I think it would have been funny in the DS edition if they had put GUN on their backs. As sort of like a retroactive reference or something.
Oh, yeah.
But then that would sort of go into the George Lucas type of attitude.
Oh, yeah.
I like how he collects rings in the cutscene, and he has 2 rings when we start.
Oh, yeah. That confused me. I thought, I didn't know where I got those 2 rings from when I first played the game. So I was going like, oh, the game starts you off with 2 rings in each level. So when I played the first level, I walked right into an enemy, and I died. And this boss is pretty easy, and except for the fact I got hit there. I was trying to steal another hit on him before he jumped up here, which somehow only my sister can do. And she hardly ever plays games. But I can't do it.
Yeah, look, the easiness of this boss kind of indicates he's a weak character. But I just like to think that he's not weak, but Sonic found a weakness. His brain.
Yeah. Smack his head.
Yeah, I think Chaos does return in Sonic Battle, doesn't he?
Sonic Battle? I don't think I've played Battle, but I do know he returns in the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle as a playable character.
Yeah, where he plays like Knuckles.
Yeah.
Come on, you big drip.
I thought that was pretty cool. It's also a pretty cool rain effect for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, actually, I've noticed just in general, you don't see much rain in Sonic.
No, not really.
It's kind of an odd thing to say, but if you think about it, how many levels in Sonic actually rain? I think there's a couple in Sonic and the Secret Rings, but
There's Pirate Storm, and that's all I really remember.
yeah, it's funny that.
I still haven't beaten Secret Rings, but I don't want to beat it just because it's too hard.
I haven't really played it myself. Like, I watched playthroughs of it and sort of enjoyed it, but honestly, it's sort of I know it's a spin-off game, so essentially just one style of gameplay doesn't really appeal to me. That sort of on-rails running.
Yeah, it's not all that great of a game either. The first few levels are alright, but after those levels, the level design just gets confusing and hard.
Can you play it with an analog stick?
Nope. And it's hard to turn with the Wiimote too, because it's got to be really precise.
And here we go, Emerald Coast. Now before I actually had the game, I had the demo, and it was just this level. And I have fond memories of playing it again and again.
I have so many memories of this level that when have you ever do you have a 3DS?
3DS? No.
Oops. On the 3DS port of Sonic Generations, they have this level on it, and it's not all that great, but it's still a pretty fun level. But you notice that the level design is not at all like the Dreamcast version. But they have a few nods to it here and there.
Well, when it came to Generations, in either version, I didn't want a carbon copy. Which, thankfully, they didn't do. They just took the gimmicks and did their own thing with it, really.
Yeah. From what I've heard, the development time was like 8 months for the 3DS version, so what they did was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give them that. It looks good when you notice that they only had a couple of months.
It kind of felt like a cash-in, though.
Yeah. Well, rent it, don't buy it. If you get the opportunity, I suppose.
And I
try for a life in your
I meant to do that so I could grab these rings.
I'm sure you did. But I was going to say, with this game, it's kind of... I do like it, but it's unpolished at certain points. So if you make a few mistakes, I'm not going to chastise you for it.
Oh, yeah. I remember the game not being this glitchy, though. But then after hearing that this game's... Whoa, that was a weird voice crack. After hearing this game was rushed, then it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I wouldn't even say glitch, I would say just more unpolished.
Yeah. You'll notice in Big's playthrough, which I did after this just to get it out of the way, he runs into walls a lot.
Yeah, he steers like a tank.
Yeah, and because he's so hard to steer, you know that Twinkle Park thing at the start of his playthrough, you're trying to go through after you get through the sewers? He's really hard to control in there. You feel like you're about to go through a wall as he keeps walking towards the wall, even though you swear you're holding right.
I love how the camera screws you over here.
Yeah.
Again, I do like this game, but I get the feeling that since this was the first proper 3D Sonic game, they didn't really know what to do with the camera.
Oh,
maybe they designed the levels without the camera in mind. But you'll see what I mean when we get to Lost World.
Oh, Lost World has some pretty bad camera angles. I'm pretty sure... no, none dick me over, but Lost Worlds has a shortcut. It's these rotating blocks. I tried to jump on them, and I tried to jump on the other one, but when it's spinning, you can't land on it, so you'll just slide off. And that kept happening to me.
Oh yeah, and that area's dark, isn't it? So you can't really see what you're doing.
I don't think I lit it up. In the DX port, because of how shiny it is, you can really see the whole area without lighting it up at all.
Okay then. Now, I remember first seeing these cutscenes, and I'd say I was pretty blown away, because up until this point I'd only seen Sonic using sprites. So to see these characters in full 3D talking to each other was quite the novelty.
I I like that facial reaction there with Sonic.
Quite over the top.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to say, Emerald Coast is often considered lots of people's favourites, and it is mine. How do you feel about the level?
Really good introduction stage. I know there's another level I prefer more in this game. And I'll get to that when we get to it. And I'm pretty sure not that many people really like the level. But, yeah.
I can kind of guess what level you mean, but we'll see when we get there.
Okay. I'll see if you can guess it right. Now we're heading off to the Mystic Ruins to talk to Tails about whatever we're doing. I completely forget what we're doing. I just recorded this game.
We're getting the Chaos Emeralds, like we do in every Sonic game.
Oh yeah, but there's no more special stages. What's going on?
Yeah, actually, in terms of the universe of Sonic, what are the special stages? I think there's supposed to be other dimensions where the emeralds are kept.
So they're stealing the emeralds, pretty much?
I don't know. And also I have to ask how they get back into these other dimensions between games, but
yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking too much into the whole meta game.
Mm. I don't think they thought ahead in the universal thing in Sonic games, so...
Yeah, it's like you jump through a ring and you get to a special stage. Hooray.
Hooray, how'd that work? And this is where the Eggman thing started. In America, anyways.
Nobody calls me that anymore. I do. I've accepted Eggman as his name, but I would say it took a while.
Yeah. I did like that line in Generations, though.
Yeah, you know, if they just acknowledge it, I'm happy with that, really.
Oh, yeah.
Like
although the people in Japan are probably wondering, what?
Yeah. Well, I think that line doesn't appear in the Japanese version.
It doesn't? Oh. I guess that makes sense. Now, this is our second boss battle, and it's kind of glitchy.
Yeah. Tell me, do you do the homing attack thing?
I do that homing attack thing, but after the second hit, I hit him once, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
and then I did it.
I can't believe that's in the game, honestly. It seems like such an oversight.
I never know. I think I might try and do that when I do Tails a part of it. I think you can do that with his Tails spin. Just mash that. I have no idea though.
I would be surprised if you could.
I'll probably have to test that out. I don't know whose playthrough I'm going to do next. I think I might do Amy's. Like that.
Actually, like...
You're cutting out there?
Oh, I was just saying I like Amy's story in this game, actually.
I do too. Actually, I really like Amy's gameplay. Apart from most people. I just like the acrobatics part of it.
Yeah, I just like doing the hammer jump as well.
Mm-hmm. In the final egg level, I think, it's kind of short. And I love just doing the hammer jump all over the place just because you can get through the level even faster.
Oh, yeah. In fact, if they brought Amy back playable again, I wouldn't mind if you played like she does here, except maybe a bit faster, of course. Mm. Essentially Sonic with a hammer.
Pretty much. Now, we get to see this model, but we never get to fight it, which was kind of a letdown when I was a kid, because I was wondering, oh, was that a secret boss that we get to face?
Yeah, I thought that too.
But we never ever fight it. It's just there for that purpose. What stone tablets, big man?
It's a tablet he keeps right next to the Gaia manuscripts.
Oh yeah. I like how he decided, I'm just gonna attack this place, Soliana. I'll just unleash chaos here.
I'll build Robotnik land, the ultimate city, where I will rule it all.
With this Eggman saying Robotnik land, it sounds normal enough, but when I think of it, it doesn't really sound all that great.
What do you mean, the quality or the voice acting? Or?
No, like, just the word Robotnik land. It just doesn't sound right.
No way, Tails.
Would you prefer Robotropolis?
Robotropolis sounds way better. And I don't want to touch Eggman Land. Anyways, that's it for part 1.
Join us again.